Game Over 86 coming back with another video. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be talking about video game addiction. Now it is proven, or it is officially a mental health disorder. And we're going to be reading a little bit into this and talking a little bit about it at the end of the video as well. But throughout the video, we're going to read from the New York Post, a source that is stating some of the stuff in there. And we're going to go through it right now. And if you guys are new to this channel and you guys do like your gaming news, you do like unbiased, non-BS, non-lying, clickbaiting style gaming channel, well, hit that subscribe button, show me some support, hit the thumbs up at this video, leave me a comment down in the comment section below, and I will get back with you. And if I don't get back with you, note that I do read them. I try to heart people that leave me comments and show support, and I try to comment back on everybody every single video I do. And sometimes when a video blows up and huge, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of views and there's a lot of comments and a lot of stuff that are people asking me, and sometimes it is hard to get back to every single one of you, but I'm being real with you. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about video game addiction is officially a mental health, I keep saying horth, but health disorder. And it states right here, you know, a lot of the World Health Organization has officially added video game addiction, and it's a pattern of persistent or reoccurring game behavioral that takes precedence over other life interests. So, like, you know, obviously, your basics in life, you know, whether you fish, play music, read a book, walk, jog, masturbate, whatever you do, video games are taking over a lot of other life interests. And it says to their international classification of diseases. So it's ICD database is short for it. Shaka Sakina, the WHO's expert of mental health, substance abuse expert, says that the small fraction of the video game players will develop gaming disorder. So only a small fraction. So we're talking 2 billion people playing, and they're probably thinking maybe 100,000 people, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're only thinking 10,000s of people. I don't know. But it says, but has seen some extreme cases such as gamers who play for 20 hours straight, missing sleep, meals, work, school, and other typical activities. Like I said, masturbating. Working out, you know, doing your basics, swimming, whatever you like to go out and do. He says early warning signs could help prevent a disorder. This is occasionally a transitory behavior, says Sakina. Only if such behavior continues for about a year, he says, can an addiction diagnosis be made. The Video Game Coalition and Industry Lobby Group tells NBC News in a statement that the products they represent are enjoyed safely and sensible by more than 2 billion people worldwide. The group is called The Who, like the band, if anybody's old school, The Who, rock and roll band, to re-examine their assessment, adding that studies have shown video games could have educational, therapeutic, and recreational value, like smoking marijuana. That's recreational, has some value. Education, I mean, there's things out there that are helping. We've had videos over this before with dementia and Alzheimer's. The blind being able to possibly play. Other stuff where people have disorders, you know, with the disability control that Microsoft and Xbox has produced. And I hope other companies go forward with that. Therapeutic, I mean, yeah, a lot of people do have this as a gateway to release stress and anxiety, to just sit down and kill some time. So that's always good. I mean, they have proven that over the past few years of studies and other scientific ways of checking how video games have been able to help people. For the past decade, the ICD has been used by physicians, researchers, and health insurers as a reference work of some 55,000 diseases, injuries, and causes of death. The latest version of ICD-2 will be presented to member states at their annual World Health Assembly this month, and will go in effect officially January 2022. So we're looking at 3 years away, and that's one thing I want to talk about. So it'll go into effect in about 3 years. So that gives them more time to do a lot more research even though they have officially named it a mental health disorder. Now, I'm not saying there's people that don't have disorders out there, and I'm not saying that they don't have mental health disorders, or even in video games. There are some people out there that will game like crazy, and I'm going to tell you guys a real quick story, if you guys would like to hear that. And I remember going with my buddy to pick up the Nintendo Wii. And I ain't going to mention any names because you guys probably don't know him. Hell, I didn't even know him. And it's not just Nintendo. So Nintendo fans, before you even attack me down in the comment section below, just note that this was just a one-time coincidence where I seen it, and I can kind of see where a video game addiction can affect mental health. This is why I'm using it. But anyway, there was a tent. There were people waiting, obviously, until like midnight. I think it was released in 2006. I think it was in November. I can't really remember exactly without looking it all up for all the history facts out there, the buffs out there, the nerds. But I was over there, and my buddy was wanting to play. There were some people in the tent playing, and there was a guy dressed up like Mario, and there was another guy dressed up like Yoshi. Seemed cool, you know. People were into it. People love Nintendo. That's fine and dandy. I went in there, and it smelled like BO, like nobody has bathed in 3 to 4 days. And I'm not judging the people. Like, I understand people, you know, that's their own business. But when you go out in public and your hygiene affects other people, there's some kind of problem that, you know, people may have. And this may be a mental health disorder, or a lot of people like my age would just say it'd just be laziness. You just don't bathe. You don't like soap and water. And that's just me being real. Now, I'm not saying it's not a mental health disorder. I'm just saying when they were talking about that it, you know, distracted you, or, you know, it said something about taking people away from their other activities. And that's one thing that is a main thing. You have to bathe. And if you're playing video games all the time to where you're missing sleep even, or meals, or even work or school, and you're an adult and you got kids, I mean, that can affect a lot of things. Now, I'm not saying video games aren't fun or addictively fun, because they are to an extent, but sometimes you have to draw the line and understand, as a human being, or as an adult, or even as a kid that may be watching this, sometimes it's okay to take a break and to do something else. Okay, sometimes it's okay to find a side hobby, or do something else to blow off some time, or to kill time, I should say, like you do with video games, whether it be exercise like walking, or fishing, playing the drums like I do back in the day, and or I have back in the day. And a lot of these other characteristics wouldn't, I don't think, show as much. Now, going forward with video game addictions, a lot of people, I think, are going to try to abuse the system. First off, that's just me being real. But also, I think the number one thing that you have to check for in video game addiction is it really affecting their mental well-being to where they can't go out and do other things, or they can't pretty much be a member of society. Now, that's another thing, because there's other mental disorders out there that are keeping people from actually working, or people from actually working together with other people outside this world. Now, I'm not saying this is one of them addictions, but if it's stated in there in the World Health Organization that now it's a mental disorder, I'm sure there's going to be people that have one, but I'm sure there's going to be people that really don't, and they're going to try to use the system. Now, this ain't until 2022, so I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think of all this. Is it kind of crazy? Is it kind of okay? Do you know people that have maybe a disorder with video games that you know that are missing meals, work, you know, sleep, bathing, spending, you know, less time, you know, like I said, exercising, fishing, masturbating, rather than playing video games? Now, I'm not saying, and I crack that as a joke, but, you know, that's how I am here in this channel. That's just me being real. But that's the thing. Like, that is what we all have to come to realize in 2022, that this is going to be possibly a new, you know, a new piece to use, not just to abuse the system, but also to use to guide and to judge how video games are affecting our mental health. Now, I understand people have been doing research on it for years, but to go forward with it when it's official, that is where I think the timetable will really tell us where people are at with video games and how everything's evolving, because with virtual reality and digital media and everything else crazy, I can see this being a lot bigger in 2022, a bigger case. So let me know down in the comments below. If you guys are new, support the channel by hitting the subscription button, hit the thumbs up, share this video with somebody that you may know, your parents or somebody out there that you may know, hey, needs to read this, somebody find it interesting like I did myself, and I will see you guys on the next video. I love you very much. Do a good deed, stay safe, take care of one another, and enjoy every video game you guys play. I love you. Peace.